Ooh. I was gonna work on my Magic Key deck, and I just saw that Apple and Preach uploaded. Oh snap! This looks like a gem. Hold on, what happened? Do anyone ever feel like Loke? Hold, you ain't proofread, my boy. Oh, okay. My wife is crying because she doesn't want our kids none of our kids. Oh my god. This man has worse proofreading than that Metal Gear Solid game from NES. Y'all remember that game? Like the text bubble got. You know what? I digress. My wife's crying because she doesn't want none of our kids, and she is pregnant with our third baby. You know what? Before I say anything, let me watch. Hold on, let me see. Hold up, she kind of thick. No wonder you got too many kids. Hold up, Let me go back a second. Wait a minute. Let me go back real quick. Hold on. Let me. That's the end of it. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, nigga is a terrible support guy. I'm just gonna say. He ain't, he ain't consoler. He ain't even like, he didn't get up from the bed. He ain't wake up. He ain't like, he ain't been like, you know what? I'd have been like, yo, listen, baby. I understand it's difficult. I know it's hard. We gonna figure out a way to, go through. We gonna find a solution to the problem. I know you're feeling really emotional right now. Like you're several like your week's pregnant. Your emotions are flying high. You're not thinking straight. Your hormones are imbalanced. Your chemical imbalances in your brain right now. Let's just take a breather, relax. You don't want your emotions and distress to affect the child. Let's just sit down, have a conversation, and when you relax, we can recuperate, recompose ourselves, and converse and figure out what we gonna do. This cat in the bed, you stop crying, stop crying. I'm like, bro, like, what is with y'all cannot talk? I don't get it, bro. And this is child number 3. You didn't think after the first one that you didn't like it took you 3 times to be like, you know what, I don't want this. That's like, imagine you go work at a job, right? You work that job, you quit that job, you go back to that job, you quit that job, you go back to that job again. It's like, bro, what do you do? You know what? I'll put a pin on this later. I'm supposed to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but I ain't gonna lie, that nigga was dog water. Pardon my French. I was like, yo, that's your guy. I'm trying to use, cause you gotta think about it. He's a level 4 ritual tuner. That's crazy. That means you can go into synchro plays. I've been trying to figure out. I'm like, if I can use him with Tritron, maybe turbo out level 5 synchros, and or yeah. But I mean, there aren't too many. I mean, I was trying to figure something out. I just got bored, just wanted to do some stuff. I was just bored and said, you know what? Why not Drytron? Machine, Space Dragon. So why not? Mm. Why do I even have artifact in my deck when I don't have an artifact card? See what I'm saying? Oh boy. Money Mud Dragon. They should just make Money Mud Dragon an archetype. Like, I mean, he kinda is technically, but that'd have been cool. Like, Money Mud Dragon should have been an archetype where it's like they steal like extra deck monsters or something and make them. You feel me? Like, I know we do got some cards that can do that. Like, like Mud Dragon of the Swamp. He used to be. I remember he used to be a form of removal back in the day. Like, dudes are going like Poly and like going to Mud Dragon of the Swamp to like get rid of all your monsters. Which, now that I think about it, Mud Dragon of the Swamp's not a bad. Don't be a stick in the mud. Mudara, that's the Ishiju's cards before it got buffed up to crazy levels. The same name. That could be. That has crazy potential. I don't know. These right. This don't look like it's gonna be very applicable, but I'll try it and see what happens. Why not? I mean, I was gonna try Blue Eyes and try to see if I could use that to my advantage. Like, I was gonna make like a Chaos Dragon deck and just work on that, which I still could. I think I still will. I was not gonna either be that or like Speedroids, like, but something, man. It's boring. Like, right now, it's like, I mean, I tried with Majimite, and don't get me wrong, I had fun with that deck, and I think I might rework that deck too, because I really feel like that deck has a lot of crazy potential. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I feel like if the right person comes along and they figure out a way to consistently tune out like the Magnemite monsters and lock down all of your attributes, so your monsters can activate effects while stopping your spells and traps, that is crazy. That would be crazy power. And not even in like the typical negation way, but like you just, using monsters to your advantage to like pound your opponents, but not like no crazy extra deck monsters. Like the monsters that actually can't be cheated out the deck. They're not generic. You actually have to play an archetype to actually get them out. Like, you can't cheat it out. That's what I like about it. There's too many. Like I said, bro, I said this one time before. I agree with Mega Capital G. I don't think there should be like, I know it sounds funny to say, but I do feel like there should be like archetype like segregation. Like, y'all mixing and matching too many archetypes, splashing them with synergy that cards are not supposed to have, and as a result, you're breaking cards and you're messing up the game because you're using cards that shouldn't be working together. That's why Pepe was a thing. But Pepe, their cards were kind of intermingling. It wasn't until they started making Cyber Dragon Infinity. I remember way back, dudes were making Cyber Dragon Infinity with Elemental Heroes, and I was like, what? How are you making Cyber Dragon Infinity with Elemental Heroes? That's why I was like, you know what? You see what I'm saying? Like, and Plotominus is unbanned right now. But I mean, side decking 3 monsters just to make one Omnigate card when there's so many other better ways to do that. I mean, think about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still good. Infinity is still good to this day. Omnigate that can steal monsters too. Because what made Infinity so bad was he could steal monsters. He never ran out of overlay units. Even if your opponent didn't have a monster, you could summon a monster and turn that monster into an overlay unit. So Cyber Dragon Infinity never ran out of overlay units. It always had material to detach. That's what made him so hard to get rid of. Granted, he didn't have protection, which thank God he didn't. Like, imagine if that thing had protection and it could steal monsters. Oh my God. Pretty much a relinquish on steroids with an Omnigate. I mean, granted, it can't negate your monster effects by stealing them, but I mean, it's even worse because you can't even get that monster back. It's Exceeds material. So, I mean, it still works. And any cards that can turbo out level 4 monsters, which pretty much nearly almost every deck in this game can do, I'm just like, that's what's going to happen, yo. I'm gonna lie, that's I ain't finished watching the rest of the video. That's a long video. But all I'm saying is, if he's acting like that, nonchalant about it, I'm just like, hey, I mean, that's who you chose, baby girl. Hey. that's who you chose. More power to you. More power to you. That's all I'm gonna say. But I know one thing, that is wild to me. Tribute dog. It is treated as a natural tune. Oh, I remember that. I think you guys used this back in the day with plants, if I'm not mistaken. Which I'm not gonna lie, I remember that. Like I used to use Spore with plant. This is way back in the day when Spore was a thing. I remember people used to complain about Spore low key. Like I remember guys were like, "Man, Spore, he's just a better glow up bulb." I'm like, you're kind of not wrong though. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm surprised. It always boggled my mind why Spore got right or Spore never got hit, but Glow Up Bulb did. When it's basically sort of the same thing. But I guess to a certain degree they do have some differences, obviously. But I mean, the effects still. I mean, you have to play with a plant. I mean, let's look at the effect. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other plant monster from your graveyard. Special summon this card, and if you do, increase its level by the level of that banished monster. You can only use this effect of Spore once per duel. So basically, for pretty much nothing, you can turbo out a card that can pretty much gain any level. You're talking like you banish a level 3 plant, this thing comes back a level 4. A level 4 tuner. A level 1, a level 2 tuner. You know. So it can not only and it doesn't lock you out of anything either. So you can use this guy for a link play, Exceeds play, and that's what people would do. I would use that back in the day. Like say I was running because I would use Spore with Dragon Rulers because you know he's a wind. So Dragon Rulers you would use tuners that were different attributes with your Dragon Rulers. And therefore you could turbo out like level 8 Synchros, level 7 Exceeds. It was nutty back then, but it was fun though. I mean, you had to run, usually with Spore, you would run Glow Up Bulb. So that way you could like dish out Glow Up Bulb, mill a card, which, oh, I miss Glow Up Bulb. Bring back Glow Up Bulb. Mill out a card, get the bulb, use Glow Up Bulb with your Dragon Ruler. You know, if you got Spore, now you can get out, say your Dragon Ruler, I mean, not your Dragon Ruler, but get out your Spore, banish your Glow Up Bulb because you can't use them anymore. You don't use his effect. And now you have a level 2 tuner and a level 8 Synchro monster on the same field. Granted, there wasn't a whole lot of level 10 Synchros you could go into, but there was a few. Hold on, there were a few. Let me see. You could go into... Let me see. I'm trying to think. What can you go into back in the day? Won't too many. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, there won't too many monsters you can go into back in the day like that. I mean, you could go into, I guess, Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree. I mean, if you wanted to. I mean, I'm just saying, if you want like a huge beat stick on, but this was back in the day. You could make a huge beat stick on board and be good. Like, you can't really do that nowadays. I mean, keep it a band with you. That ain't bad. I should have kept him. I mean, using him with like Turbo Auto level 6 ritual to negate all face up cards. I, mean, I don't have any novelesque cards, unfortunately. But Hungry Burger. Oh, Hungry Burger combo. Hungry Wombo combo. I don't know. They're good. They're good in Primite. They're all right in Primite. And with Fiendsmith, they have exceptional power. It's just there's like no way to turbo them out and utilize them quite like I want to. I was thinking of using like White Dragon Wyvern Burst with them because they are a light and dark attribute with Primite cards. That might do me some good. Is what I'm thinking. Oh, baby raccoon. Oh, coon. I don't mean like that. Metaphors. Oh, I miss full Metaphors, bro. I do. I wish we could play Metaphors, but it's so hard because the Metaphors, it's just like Metaphors aren't bad. They're pretty cool, and I do like them, but it's like, I don't know, but I do like Metaphors. They were cool back in the day. I mean, back when the game. See, this is why I miss old school, bro. You could go in time and play. I mean, yeah, the game was still kind of fast back then, and I mean, you could lose in a few turns, but not all the time. It wasn't a fight for your life all the time. You actually could play, go in a turn, and have some fun. You could try out new strategies, go out with stuff like. Now it's just you fighting for your life every turn. Y'all remember that duel the other day when I beat that guy with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon? He established an already powerful board, and I had to deal with it under max seed and break his board, which took everything I had. I had no cards left when I beat that guy with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but I won the game. But still, that ain't the point. Like, guy blew up my field. I think he negated like 2 things I did, then dropped Max C on me, so I had to do all that while he's getting resources. So I'm like, I have to beat you this turn. If I don't, I lose. It's just, I love this game because I played it for so long, and I still do. But it's not without warranted. It's not without warranted contempt because the way that the game is now, it's just, oh my god, it's like Call of Duty, man. It's like it's changed so much that you think as it got older it would get better, but it really just didn't. It didn't age like wine. I don't want to say it aged like milk, but it ain't aged gracefully. That's all I can say. Hope you guys are having a good day. Everybody chilling and relaxing. That thing boggles my mind. I'm just like, how in the world your girl's sitting here crying because she's pregnant, clearly distraught because of the simple fact that she's pregnant with a third child, which, given his nonchalant attitude and how he seemed, he didn't seem like he very cared. So I'm assuming he's not very considerate of their relationship. He just had this, well, if you ain't want him. I mean, granted, he's not wrong, but it's like you're not really helping or assisting with the situation with your devil may care attitude, because you can tell by his posture, his demeanor, how he sounded. He sounded like he was annoyed, and he just wanted to record this just to say, "Man, see what I got to deal with." Like typical, these typical, these typical nematodes, and it's just like, come on, bro. Like, you can clearly see the girl is She's clearly distraught. She's clearly, you know, dealing with a whole lot, and she has a lot of baggage. Why she has a lot of baggage, I have no idea. But clearly, she got some stuff to work out, and you ain't making it no better for her with your nonchalant, devil may care attitude. Like, it's just, I'm just like, dude, like, what's the problem? I don't know. These people get children and they don't want them, and then some people just, well, I didn't want it was all right at first, but it's just like I don't think people come to the realization of like, what are you doing? Like, and it's honestly scary because it's like y'all have a whole imagine that. Imagine you like it's like they're just babies, right? They're just babies, and you're sitting here having a whole conniption because you're saying now you don't want them. It's overwhelming. It's too much. That is scary to hear because it's like it's not like you have one child and it's like okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. We can go through. You know, we might got to go through and deal with some things, but they already stated that they have not one, not two, but three children. Well, I mean, this one's clearly on the way, and then it'll be number three, you know. But I mean, the fact of the matter is that you already have children established. I didn't watch the entire video. Clearly, you guys have seen, but we don't know how old they are. But we do know that if you're having them one after the other, they got to be at least 1 or 2 years old. At least one of them has to be. So it's just wow. But I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. It's sad to say, but I mean, you decided to consciously lie with this person, and you knew what would happen when you did what you did. So I'm like, you gotta deal with it. And and you saw her belly. Her belly was about to burst. Like you're already so far, you're already so far ahead. So Lampasine is pretty. Lampasine is such a sleeper card too because he's generic. People forget that he's generic. He just needs 3 level 4 monsters. So you summon him, it's a done deal. If you can turbo out a lot of high level 4 monsters, you can summon Primatech, Lamprey, put down Factorial next to. Well, nah, if you're not using Math Mates, it's not going to. Yeah, if you're using Math Mates, then yeah. I was thinking I should go Fiendsmith. Should I go Fiendsmith? Yeah, I might go Fiendsmith. Why not? I mean, I hate to, but it's like you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna deal with people that's running meta all the time. So, what choice do I have? I mean, I hate to, but you guys don't give me much of a choice. Hope you guys are doing pretty good today. I'm doing all right. Should I add some Primite in there? I got Draco, but I want to just play Ignister just one good time. And I got some. I ain't got Nay Metapho. Should I even run Metaphors? I want to, because Metaphors are such good cards. But I don't know. Nah, I won't run Metaphors. In fact, I want to. I'm trying to see Turbo out. So level 6 synchros. But I want to try this out and see what happens. I want to try another deck though, where I just tune out some level 5, some level 4s, and go out Prime Attack. That's sick. Unless they negate, if you drop Prime Attack on somebody like even once, that can almost win you the game. He rips a card, a monster, and a spell and trap, and he doesn't target or anything. Unless your monster is unaffected by card effects, you're losing that card. Like it doesn't matter unless you negate the effect. Unless it's unaffected by the card effects, or you negate the effect, you're losing that card. You're losing it. Like bar none. Like no muss, no fuss. Oh boy. Dude, she's sitting there crying hysterically. I'm just like, ugh. That ain't a good look, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not a good look when your significant other is just sitting there looking at you. You're having a whole conniption, having a whole episode, and you're distraught, and they're just looking at you like, "Are you done yet?" Now, don't get me wrong. If it's over something so minor that it's like, okay, yeah, are you finished? Are you done? I mean, I understand everybody wants to voice their grievances sometimes, and people have a right to. You know, if you're not feeling like something is right, or you're not feeling well, and you feel like you just want to vent out to somebody, especially somebody that you know is close to you, or somebody that should be considerate of you and compassionate towards you because you know you're together and you love this individual, and you turn around and they act so indifferent and nonchalant about it, like I'm not gonna lie, I could imagine that would hurt. And this isn't something minor. Like you're sitting there acting like this towards somebody that's having a whole mental breakdown that can affect their entire physicality, and you're just like, not my problem. I ain't got to worry about it. And I hate it because it kind of perpetuates the stereotype that, oh, see, y'all don't care when we pregnant. Y'all want to get us pregnant and da da da. I'm like, no, that's not true. That's just this buffoon. This is not everybody. Everybody does not think like that. Everybody does not believe it like that. Like, no, that's not the case whatsoever. This guy is just a complete moron and a doofus. This is keeping a book. The fact that he's even filming this just for what? It ain't like nothing was funny about that. Nothing was crazy. She's having a whole mental breakdown over the fact that she has children that she feels like that she cannot raise properly. And you're filming this for the entire world to see. Why? I have no idea. But I guess, hey, clout's a bee. What can you do? But I'm just like, here she goes having a whole conniption. And you're not making the situation any better whatsoever by sitting here and acting like this. Just being nonchalant about her. Just saying, are you done? Who cares? Blase, blase. And I'm just like, oh my God, here we go. I don't know what it is with people that feel the need to film their debauchery and their dysfunctionality. But it'd be nice if y'all stopped. It'd be real nice because that's too much. That is just way too much. Good Lord. It never fails. There's always going to be somebody somewhere that's going to sit here and just display their degeneracy for the whole world to see. I don't understand it. Never have. Don't want to. It's like, I don't get. It's like, what was the point? What was the point of you filming her? What were you hoping to achieve by showcasing her and having a whole connection and episode about this? Like, what did you do? What fixed this? What fixed the situation by you filming her having a whole mental breakdown? Because I don't see anything. I don't think nothing changed. In fact, I wouldn't put it past it if you made it worse. You made things worse. I'm gonna finish watching the rest of that. I'm gonna finish watching the rest of that clip, but I'm like, dang, like you just sat there and you, sheesh, my guy, like, and he's just sitting there like, but I'm like, yeah, but then again, you will have people that sit around and just make babies, but they don't sit here. It's like that movie, Idiocracy, you know, where it's like the highly intelligent people, the vastly intelligent people, they're so worried about things like the economy, which I don't was given these terror situations. I completely understand that notion entirely because these tariffs are tearing everybody apart. Businesses are becoming bankrupt. People are losing their jobs, so I can understand that. But they're like, we're worried about the economy. We want to make sure, like, you know, everything's right. It's the right time. We want to be in the right location to find the right school. You know, things, worrying about things that aren't, you know, monotonous to the point where it just seems like it's insignificant, but enough that it's like, hey, it is something that is important. I mean, it might not be super important, but it is something. I mean, I guess it could be super important depending on your perspective, but it's still important nonetheless, as opposed to people who do not care, that they're broke, they're poor, all they have nothing but free time, so all they do is stay home, and what eventually happens is they end up making babies, and they end up making far too many babies, having far too many mouths to feed, and now they sit around here and have to be on programs, assistants, and now I mean, it's just not, it's just a lot. It's a lot. And given that brief, momentary, like, conversation they had, you know, you can't really make out a lot from a brief conversation with somebody, but I can assume that that relationship has to be strenuous. Has to be. The way he's just sitting there acting and looking and the way she seems to be, I wouldn't put it past him. I'm going to assume, like, from the dialogue that all three of those kids are his, but from the way things are sounding, I don't think they're gonna be together too much longer. It would not surprise me if we end up hearing that, oh, well, they're not together or something happened. Because I mean, the way they were looking, I'm like, y'all like water and oil. Like, y'all are not mixing well together at all. Like, she's having a whole episode and he's not even assisting. He's just facilitating her whole connection to the world and just saying, who cares? I don't know, man. It's just people are such strange creatures, man. I swear. This is why I stay home. I go out, take care of business. Of course, I'll spend time with family and friends. You know, every once in a while, I go out. You know, hang with people I care about. Hang with coworkers at work. Hang with people I've known for a little, you know, for a nice long while. You know, go out, intermingle, and I just come home, take care of my business. I go, you know, enjoy myself, have a decent time, and I go. I don't linger nowhere too long. I don't go where I'm not wanted. I don't, you know, loiter around any place where you shouldn't be loitering around. I take care of my business. I do what I got to do, and I head on to my crib where I'm safe and sound, and I ain't got to worry about nobody coming to my house. Cause there should be nobody coming to my house. We come to my house for what you want, what you need. You ain't called? How rude! You just show up unannounced? Like, it's just nah. Like, you'll have people that do that. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I will try to call or whatnot, but sometimes you ain't getting in contact with somebody. I mean, you know, hey, I might drive around, but I still try to text or call so they can at least be like, hey, I did try to contact you before I pulled up. I didn't just get bored, hopped out of bed, turn my swag on like Soldier Boy, and then just head to your house, no muss, no fuss. You're like, dang, you could have knocked, shoot a text, a carrier pigeon, send me a note, something. You just showed up. Like, dang, I could have, you know, tidied the place up and had some tea on, you know, on the stove waiting. You want some milk with it? Like, honey, you know, I got, no, You see, like, you feel me? Like, yeah, have a little consideration. Let somebody know you pulling up. I don't know. Some people just do that. Some people just, I guess, because they get this distinct impression that you've known them for so while or you're cool, that they'll just, do whatever. Like, I've seen some people that just walk right up to somebody's car and just open the door. Don't knock or try to get their attention. And, like, I've had some people do that to me. I'm like, hey, I mean, I understand we cool and everything, but don't just open my car door when I'm just sitting there chilling and proceed to just go inside. Like, you don't knock, you don't say, hey, I could have just been, wanting to have some peace of time and be alone, gather my thoughts, contemplate my inner thinking. Like, you feel me? Like, I could have been trying to, calm myself down, could have had a high level of anxiety, could have been angry, trying to simmer down, cool myself down. Like Zuko when he was locking that cooler. Remember he was locking that cooler and he had to remember his breath of fire to keep himself warm. Inhale, exhale. I'm trying to, recompose myself, regain my composure. And you gonna open my door, sit down, then slam my door, like break my whole concentration. And you ain't even saying like you just gonna sit like, no, I see people that do that. It's like, dude, male, female, it's like, yo, like, you have no decorum whatsoever. You so rude and like just walk right on in. Like, that's how you get shot, right? Like, I'm not saying nobody gonna shoot you, but that could be a possibility. You'll just walk into somebody's room. You'll just walk into somebody's car. You don't just walk into somebody's house. That's a quick way to get hot ones put in. You don't know what. You feel me? I don't ever do nothing. Somebody could be, well, if you know this person, then you should know that they wouldn't do nothing like that. But you never know. You don't know somebody too well. You could walk in on a, let's say, illicit activity, and things could, hey, hijinks could ensue, and that ain't a good look. Somebody might get holes put in them. And I don't mean like Operation. You remember the man in Operation, the board game, where you got to put the organs in the right holes? Yes. You can have holes in you like that, but it ain't going to be for Operation. They even still make that board game? I don't even know. I had it, but, people always lose all the pieces, so I could never. I do remember if you didn't put in there right, it would like rumble or make like a burn like sound or something. It wasn't quite like on TV, but it would like make this vibrating sound or something if you didn't do it. I played it. I remember Candyland, Operation, Life, of course Monopoly. Who doesn't know Monopoly? Mousetrap. I never played Mousetrap. I always wanted to. I never played Mousetrap. I knew a guy that had it, but again, like always, people lose all the pieces, so you couldn't do it. Like the little mousetrap you gotta hang up and comes down. I don't think he had that piece or something. But I ain't gonna lie, it's a fun board game, but I ain't gonna lie, some board games are so convoluted, but I kind of understand why, because back in those days, they were designed to kill time, so they kind of had to be built for the long game. I mean, say the power goes out, we can't watch VHS, we can't watch no TV, we can't play the 64 or the PlayStation, so we got to have something to do. And the power might not be back on. This is the olden days, so the power might be back on for like a day or two. You never know. Or even longer than that. Maybe about 2-3 days. You never know. So we got to light candles and figure out something to do with the time. I mean, hey, times were rough. I remember there were plenty of days when I was a kid when power went out, a storm, a hurricane. Like I still remember like Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Elizabeth. And they knocked the power out of a lot of places. In fact, some power were knocked out around where I stayed at for like several days. Having to light candles, having to use a kerosene heater, having to use a flashlight just to play my Game Boy. The Game Boy screen, it didn't light up all that well. So you had to use like a flashlight. I remember they had like a little accessory that you could click on so if you had like lighting troubles, you could see the screen better. But you had like a flashlight, or had to be in a well-lit room and play. I remember that, like be underneath the covers with a flashlight so I could see like where I'm going at and capturing Pokemon. I mean, those were the olden days, but you got to worry about that too much now. But I mean, still, my hand's not too bad. I got Face Off, Magic Key, Fiendsmith, and Ash. I wish I could have had another hand trap, but I mean it's cool. Oh, I was just thinking about playing Drytron too. I literally was just thinking about playing Drytron, but I changed my mind and wanted to play Magic Key Fiendsmith with Primite. Like, nah, I ain't gonna let you do that. Not someone from the deck. Not like that. I know he can probably still pop off, but I don't want him to get a free someone from the deck. Like, nah. Any Drytron too? Like, I already know he gonna summon. Yeah, see, I already know he had another one, but he wanted to get a certain Drytron, which is what I felt like he wanted. Yeah, and now he can add any Light Fairy. Yeah. Oh my God, you're one of those players. Yeah. Now he can make his what's the name and go into his Xyz Drytron, get out another Drytron, and yeah. Now he can add another Drytron monster from his deck to his hand, so he could still pop off. So that didn't really do too much to disturb him, but he probably would have got that for free if he had just done that, and still could have comboed a little bit more harder too. Yeah, he's got his what's the name? Cause now he got his ritual card. Yeah, so now he can ritual summon his monsters. So yeah. He's gonna give up both of them to get it out and keep his yeah, I figure that. Yeah, he ain't got no animation. He can stop monster effects twice. Can stop the spell or trap I make. I can't use face off. Oh, I don't have. Dang, I wish I'd known that. Yeah, I figure that. Yeah, I figured that as well. Yeah, I lost. Nah, that's a wrap. Ain't nothing I can do. Yeah. Yeah, but he needed spell trap. I mean, even though I got him good with that, he still was able to, get away to negate me twice. So I figured that. Mm, maybe not use Draco. Just Pride. I don't know why I have menopause in here and I don't even have. Mm, hope it got me good with that. I said, I don't got no answer. I wish I did. I don't. I was gonna try to make a drop magician deck. I might try that later. You know, try out some new strategies. You know, some stuff. I'm just trying to have some fun, man. I'm just trying to try out some new things, see what sticks, see what I can do. You know, I mean, hey, kudos to him for using Drytron. Hey, I was gonna use Drytron, but I changed my mind the last second. I was like, nah, I kind of don't want to play it. Mm. I wish I could have had Goyo Guard or something, you know. But they nerfed Goyo Guard by making him need an Earth Tuner, so you can't really use Goyo Guard no more like that. Don't even have call by. My deck building is sloppy. Forgive me. It is early. I haven't finished all my oolong tea this morning. Yes, oolong tea. It is very delicious and healthy. Mm, yep. Trying to think. Let's try it. You know, buckets. Let's try it, baby. My oolong tea is still warm. It's almost lukewarm now. I'm not gonna lie, but it is still a little bit warm. That's kind of like how I like my tea, though. Like certain tea, you can enjoy certain tea warm. Like certain tea, you have to drink warm. You can't drink it cold. It doesn't. Like people think like all like sweet tea. That's just a South thing too. Like generally tea, which came from I'm not sure if tea originated from Great Britain, but I know tea is like, you know, when people think of tea, they think of like, you know, Great Britain. But tea can be enjoyed either, you know, warm or chilled, but I think it depends on like the brand and the flavor cuz I've tasted some teas that were like chilled or cold and it just did not taste right. But I tasted some teas that were like warm or lukewarm, you know that but and they tasted great. I was like, yo, I cannot drink this cold. Like it tastes ugh. You know, get a little bit of honey, a little bit of milk. I mean, a little milk with the tea. It's not bad like some people right there. Like you put milk in tea, it doesn't taste like you think. It actually gives it like this, like smooth. Like I mean, think about it. I mean, it's just like when you put coffee. I mean, a little different though. This guy messaged me, but I enjoy it though. Ooh, woo. What? Ooh, woo. Nani? Insect support. My hand is trash. I already know I've lost this duel. I'm going back to Blue Eyes. What is he doing? Is he messaging me back? He's got Plunder Patrol. Oh man, Plunder Patrol. Plunder Patrol Border Patrol. They told me this part of the border was undefended. Border Patrol actually ain't a bad archetype. I'm cooked though, cause I couldn't even make a board. In fact, nah, I ain't even gonna waste this time, cause it's just, I'm just not gonna win. I don't have anything. If I don't have nothing next turn, it's just a game. I don't have anything. What the? This man gave me a token? Border Patrol Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Heck no. Great. Thanks for the fiend. Just said not. Yo, that is funny. Mm, 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 mm. Hold on a second. Okay. Doesn't have any protection. Ah. I'm cooked next turn. I don't even know how in the world I was able to actually do all that. I can't even use my. If I just had my well, nah, it wouldn't matter. I need my Majiki field spell, bro. If I had my field spell. I need some. Man. He's gonna beat me because unless I get like a field spell and do a whole like 360. This guy's probably gonna beat me. It's all cool though. He seems like a funny guy. Let me see. This guy's. If this card is sent from the hand or Monster of the Dragon, discard one card, draw one card. Okay, well, that's not bad. Ah, no! That's actually not a bad ability. He had Nibiru. Nah, it's a waste of time. He's gonna negate it. So. Don't even matter now if I get my field spell. He'll just negate it. I ain't not gonna lie, that's a pretty cool card. It's a fiend too. Surprise! Dark World never ran that card. If it's sent from the hand to the ones or hand or monster of the grave, you could discard one card, draw one card. And it's a fiend. I'm surprised Dark World ain't jump on that. Yeah, he got it anyway. I'm cooked. I already knew I was cooked anyway. I said I don't have anything. My hand is trash. Got it, Hobie. I'm cooked. I don't have anything. So I mean there's no need to just watch you build up defenses that I can't break. So it's just no need to. You said, "Am I sure?" Yeah, I'm sure. Trust me. If I could have put up a fight, I would have just fought to the bitter end. But I'm like, ain't no need to. It's like I already know I'm lost, so ain't no need to try to just keep, delaying the inevitable. I already know what's gonna happen. Cupid pitch. Let's see. For this seriously increases level, so you can make it so it's like. Oh, I forgot about Martial Metal Marcher. A synchro monster that uses card as material is treated as a tutor while face up on the field. So you could potentially turn a level. That's cool. I didn't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll go through. I mean, yeah, I lose some, but I also win a lot. I mean, I don't mind it. You guys see. You know what I'm about. I don't really care. But, yeah. Did Long. I remember Did Long. Like, I remember, like, the Metaphors Yang Zine combo. But I'm like, I don't know. Let me, Immortal Dragon. During your main phase, you can send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you do, this card's level becomes the difference in level between that monster and this card. What do you mean when you say becomes the difference? Are you saying does it increase or does it decrease? Because if it decreases, that's good to get into like a level 8 monster that needs a synchro tuner or something. But if it's not, then I don't know. But not bad. If this card is special summon, you can target one face-up monster on the field, return it to the hand. If your opponent is summoned, Melfi exceeds. Yeah, I remember Melfi's because they're they swarm the field and be uber annoying, even though they are ridiculously adorable. But yeah, Melfi's. I remember Melfi's. Mad Mauler. It's a cool effect, but uh, it locking you out of zombies. Then you got Pain Painter. Oh, they tried. Oh, how they tried. But none can top the power of Plague Spreader Zombie, who used to be Plague Spreader used to be like limited to one. Back in the early synchro days, Plague Spreader Zombie was a nuisance. He really was. Like he was basically a free anything. Free. You could use him for a free. Exceeds two. I mean, I don't know how many rank 2 monsters you can use, but pretty much he was a 2-card synchro. You summon Plague Spreader, another monster, go into a synchro. Boom, put a card back in your hand, bring him out again, go into another synchro. Like I remember people would abuse Plague Spreader Zombie to the point where I believe like he was. If he wasn't banned, he was limited to 1. I know that for a fact. If this normal is only be used as synchroterror in your hand, use this synchroterror once in your hand. Can use this one of the other materials. That's not bad. If you do, all materials for that monster are banished instead of being sent to the graveyard. Hey, that's not. He dead. He's sleeping with the fishes. Tatsunok. That's not a bad ability though. Zambi. The Duke of Demise. Wasn't that Bakura's monster? Flying Mary, the Wandering Ghost Ship. 2 zombies you can target when you level 5 or higher zombie monster. There's bad places. Some of that monster. Dang, okay. Zambies. The Undead. You guys remember what was that zombie movie? Was it Zombie 2 or 3? Where it was like, the zombie flew out the refrigerator and it bit the guy. Like it literally mauled him. The man got mauled by a zombie. It was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Let's not lie. It was funny. I mean, given that movie, it was sad, but seeing that joint was hilarious. I was gonna do a video about that. I was like the flying zombie, the zombie head. I don't know if it's Zombie 2 or 3. It's like the Zombie, for those who don't know, is an Italian movie that came out around the same time as like not around the same time, but like after like George Romero's Day of the Dead series, it started spawning like other zombie movies around that time and genre. And eventually it got to the point where a whole bunch of these movies started creeping up, and then people were like complaining about like what's canon, what's not canon, because I didn't know. And in Italy, you can look this up. This is real, legit. I'm a triple burst. Triple burst gets no love, even though you know what? Nah, I can use triple burst dragon, even though I kind of like triple burst dragon. But still, even though I had no idea that in Italy, the way their copyright system works, they can legally make a sequel to any movie. I think like it has to like I don't know if it has to meet like certain criteria, but they can make a sequel to a movie that somebody else made. Say you make a movie, they in Italy can make a sequel to your movie legally, but I think it has to be like it can't. Of course, it can't be like worldwide or nothing. I don't know. I don't know the true linguistics about it, but I mean that to me was like interesting, but I was like, huh, I did not know that. So I said that's why it gets so confusing in terms of what's the name, because technically speaking, as crazy as it sounds, that is canon. So yeah, so I can understand why people would be like, hold up, like what's canon, what's not canon, like y'all are making things confusing. We trying to figure some stuff out, and it's I don't know, but yeah, but the back to the zombie in the refrigerator. That was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, that threw me for a loop. Chaos Valkyrie. Chaos Griffer. Ooh, Chaos deck. Light and darkness. Now I need a level 6 spellcaster. Or higher, but preferably 6. Because, you know, level 2 tutor and all. Do, 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 do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Had that had just said Synchro Monsters and not TG, this honestly would have been a very good card. Because you could have went into any Synchro Monster and it would have done the archetype pretty good. But the fact that it just locks you out of anything that's not TG, I don't know, man. Kind of making it hard. TG already ain't the best archetype to work with. It really ain't. I mean, let's see. Okay. I got Formula Synchron. Get Boral. Gate. shoot, you can go into anything. Shoot. Toy Box can get you Sentry and Ion. Good God. Or Silent Magician 0. Or Silent Magician. Which is a free spell negate. And if it gets destroyed, it gets you Silent Magician level 8 for free. A 3,500 beat stick magician that's unaffected by your opponent's spell effects. I mean, it ain't much, but this card's activation effect cannot be negated. That's not a bad effect, but Silent Magician. Dang. That's some gorgeous artwork. Or you can get Blazing Cartesia the Virtuous, who is also a tuner that has the same attack and defense. I mean, there's a lot you could really do, honestly. But going to Time Wizard, which would have been easy to bring out if Instant Fusion wasn't banned, but I understand why Instant Fusion is banned, because Tearlaments are still a thing. Just because you don't see them doesn't mean they're not there. So I kind of get the whole justification of why they just, I mean, hey, what can you do? Maybe not so much so TG. Don't really need TG. I mean, I do like TG Wolf. Werewolf. Because he's a level 3. You summon him, he's just there. Right? Free monster you can bring out. Kind of reminds me of the olden days of the Doppel. Remember the Doppel Warrior decks? That's what that reminds me of. When you think about it. You know what? That's how you know I've been playing this game for a long time. And I'm still not, you know. Remember see? Doppel Warrior. The Doppel Warrior combo, yo. And I'm just thinking, like, Doppel Warrior's still nasty. If you had like a synchro, like link deck, which a lot of people like to use, they go because I mean, synchros and links to me just go hand in hand, like almost like peanut butter and blueberry. A peanut butter and blueberry sandwich is delicious. I don't care what anybody says, but because you know they love using a lot of materials on the board. So I mean, shoot, you get out Doppel Warrior, go into. I thought about doing Doppel Warrior one time with White Forest for some real nutty plays. To get out those tokens and go into Link monsters every single time you synchro summon. You synchro summon twice. That's 4 tokens already made. 2 tokens that can go into any Link monster in the entire game. Because you can make a generic Link 2, go into another generic Link 2, or use your monster, go into IP, then go. It's so much you could do. It's crazy. In fact, hold up. Just for me, just knowing what I know now, I want to revamp it again. Hold on a second. Because I'm not going to lie. That's a crazy concept when you think about it. That is incredibly powerful. Hold on a second. Tooting gum. Turn this one control that face of monster is treated as a tuner in this turn. Oh snap. That's not actually a bad ability. I mean, you could target a face-up monster. That monster is treated as a tuner, so 80 monster, and it's a fiend, and it provides protection. Granted, you can only attack with synchro monsters, but that's not too bad. And then the icing on the proverbial cake is the fact that if there's an effect that targets your synchro monster, you can banish it and just have a free negation on board. That's not bad when you think about it. Not really. Glow up zombie. Glow up bulb bloom. Oh man, bring back glow up bulb. We demand the release of glow up bulb. Probably not happening, but you never know. Excel Synchron, which is still crazy good too. I guess we'll need a Flying Mary then. Let me see. Let me throw in Coral Dragon. Probably a Baron, because everybody needs a Baron every now. Wherever there's a Boro, there will always be a Baron. Road Warrior. I remember him back in the day. Look at that. All that work. One Road Synchron plus 2 9-tuner. Just summon a level 2 from the deck. That lets you know how simple times were back then. A level 8 3000 monster with 1500 defense. And what does it do? Summon a level 2 or lower war monster machine from your deck. I mean, it is a soft once per turn now. And you could cheat him out the deck and use this effect multiple times. But come on. Come on, buddy. We both know the answer to that question. You ain't really using that thing. Enlightened Paladin. I thought about making a pendulum deck. I might do that later. But I just can't get a good grip on my cards. Still in some research and development. Battle Boss Hamon the Conquering, but that's not a bad effect. So make a second. Really, I just need a yeah. I think I got enough synchro tuners as it is. But I don't really need Excel Synchron like that. Excel or Coral? No, probably Excel, because you can synchro someone in the battle phase in the desert. You had a Desert Locust with a level 1 tuner or a token. And then I can use Desert Locust to go into Borlo when I get a level tuner out. Yeah. I mean, that just seems the most idealistic way. Anyway, I mean, I could be wrong, but again, this is just what I want to try out, so it is what it is. Probably just go to Dragon Knight. Does she even have animation? I don't even think she does. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past it not to, honestly. Let's see. Apprentice too, because I just thought about that. You can summon her, and that's not a once per turn effect. You can discard a card and just summon her out. Same thing with the other illusion magician girl. You can discard a card and just summon her. I forgot all about that. Yeah, give me that. Yeah, shoot. Now that I think about it, she would be what card? I'm trying to think what cards besides Dark World that if you discard a card, you gain advantage. That's a that's pretty good. With a low price of not much. Piercing the darkness. If a normal or special, if you normal special, let's draw one token. Yo, you can use him with Promite. Dang, but you can't really search it though. I mean, you have to get lucky and look it up. But I mean, I'm testing the waters on some things. That's all I'm doing, y'all. I'm just trying to. If anything, yeah, I'm also like, maybe giving you guys some ideas. So, that's what I'm just, that's what I'm thinking of, Maybe you guys can see what I'm doing or what I'm trying to achieve. And you're like, shoot, you gave me a blueprint. Now I can go off that and do what you did, possibly even better. So, I mean, hey, by all means, that's how it should be. I mean, that's how people are anyway. We learn from one another, we grow, and we adapt. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it is sometimes. I'm trying to think. I kind of like where this is going. Hold on, I need some. I need another card too. Magician Soul. Magician Soul, such a busted card. Oh my god. Man, said he doesn't care. I said, dang. Sheesh. She just having a whole connection. I felt bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like I low key felt bad for her. Cause I'm like, dang. But then again, I kind of low key don't. Cause it's like, hey, that's who you chose. You chose to be with that man. So hey, good or bad, you take him. You chose to lay that. That's who you chose to lay down and start a family with. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I'm just saying. It's kind of hard to feel bad for somebody when they done this not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like you didn't get it. You didn't get the memo after the the first or second time. You were just like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. Hey, no muss, no fuss. Hey, if you like it, I love it. That's all I can say. mean, I didn't consider that to be my go-to. I mean, that ain't my forte, but I mean, hey, to each their own. You know, can't say we don't judge. We do. Can't say you don't. Oh, I don't judge. Yeah, you do. Either consciously or unconsciously, you do. I mean, you might not mean it in a nasty or negative way, but you can't say you ain't looked at somebody and thought some type of way. Like, let's just keep it a buck. That ain't. You know that ain't true. We both know that ain't true. So let's just be honest with ourselves. Like, no. Same thing right now. I know the right leaning. They hurt. Them tears are hurting them. And now they're looking toward the left for sympathy. And like, I'm just like, hey, if y'all want to give it to them, be my guest. But me personally, people that were laughing, dunking on me, making jokes. Oh, let me go back to my day. Making jokes at my expense and talking out of pocket and saying all kinds of things. And now you turn around because you hurt. You want me to feel sorry for you? And on top of that, you're saying, oh, well, you know, it's wrong. I mean, look at how you're treating me. You think of my family. You like, I've had, oh, no, 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 no. If that's the case, then you should have thought even harder. These are your people. This is your family. You voted out of their best interests. You can't be upset with me for poking fun at you for being upset for the fact that you were a detriment to yourself. Who's really the one at fault here? It ain't me. I don't really need hyperlibrary. I can be doing that much synchro summoning. I mean, I'll be doing a nice amount, but I don't think that much. I feel like I could throw him. I feel like I could toss him out for something, but I don't know what. Like another, maybe like a, I don't know. Nah, I'll keep him in. See how things work. Let's try this puppy out. See how she works. But that's just wild to me. You get with this man 2 times, and you didn't think. I'm just like that. So you had to been struggling for a while. If you've been struggling for a while, and you're dealing with this, why don't you just tell him, hey, listen, let's practice some safe practices, you know, or if you want, he get a vasectomy, or you know, get your uterus taken out. And if you truly don't want any more children, like if that's how you feel, I mean, again, I didn't see how, I don't know how old they are, but the fact that he's on bed chilling, feeling her, and she didn't look all that old, so I'm assuming this got to be like mid to late 20s. Just the dialect, the tone, and the fact that she has like, this is like her third kid, so she can't be too old if she's having kids like that. So she has to be like at least mid to late 20s at best for me. Maybe early 30s at the most, but I think after 3 kids, I don't think anybody past 30 is gonna have more than like 1 or 2 kids. So I'm gonna assume that's probably like she has to be like at least mid 20s, because 3 kids in a row, that's kind of hard if you already in your 30s for a woman. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being for real. I know there's probably some outliers. I know there's probably some that have, but all I'm saying is that's not the general. You know, the exceptions are not the general. So, mm. Oh, he's playing Time Lords. I might be boned. Time Lords. Dang it. Ah, crud. Crud sandwich, bruh. This deck ain't designed to deal with no Time Lords. You did. I can use triple tactic thrust since you did use a monster effect. That is a good thing because I definitely need it. He's got a hand trap. Tom, what's that? Hold on. Tom, empty machine. Scar 1 level 10 monster. Draw 1 card. Wow. Oh, these Time Lords, man. Add that to my hand. Ain't nothing I can really do. Ain't nothing I can do. Dang. And he gets 2 cards. I forgot. If I had my Y burst, I could. I mean, my Y burst, my other dragon, my Color Serpent. I'll have him soon. Token show. Oh, I remember seeing that. I was like, yo, that card just screams use me and you bail. And it's not once per turn. That's the scary part. Cause I was like, I'm surprised you bail players don't use that card. He's clever to use that in Time Lords, which are all level 10 monsters. Oh my god. He's trying to put me through the ringer with these Time Lords. Yeah, you did me a favor. Well, you didn't do me no favor that time. Got cut my life literally in half. Yes! Finally, I can play. Yes, sir. Ah. And try to do something. I can't. I won't be able to do much, but I can try something. You know. Oh, you can increase or decrease. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. If I decrease it, that'll be 6. That'll give me a 7 or 8. And I can only go on a Warlord from that. Or, I can't choose not to increase it either. I I have to increase or decrease. So it'll be either a 3 or increase it. Man, oh my god. I knew it, bro. I knew it, bro. Something told me he had imperm, yo. So lame, man. I knew it, yo. Oh, how I knew it. It wouldn't matter. Even if I made Max, which I could make, it still wouldn't matter. They still beat me. I could go into Baron and pop his face down, but if he runs into my monster next turn, it's still over. So it still wouldn't even matter. But Unchained's a moot point because hold on, they'll both be shuffled into the deck, so it won't even matter anyway. So I could go into Baron, pop his what's the name, and he loses his monsters regardless. They have to they lose on the field during the second time standby phase, right? There ain't nothing else I can do. All I can do is end my turn because I can't. His monsters do no damage and they can't be destroyed. And I forgot he gets 2 cards every time. His Time Lords will get shuffled into the deck though. That's the only good thing I could get back. What can I get back from my graveyard? Nah. I made it for fodder for Fairy Tale Snow. And if he places anything face down, Unchained will destroy it. That's what I'm hoping. So when he summons his Time Lord, I'm going to try to put it face down if I can. By using Fairy Tale Snow. Because soon as she hits the field, she can put his monster face down in defense mode. See what I'm saying? There we go. Yes, sir. Oh my God. Come on, yo. I mean, it's main too. Because it's always during my main. It's not. It's always during my standby, not my main. You get shuffled back in your deck. But that Morganite lets him draw 2 cards every time. Oh my God, yo. Come on, man. Let me guess. Another Time Lord out, right? Yeah. Might as well use it. Pop your face down, whatever it is. I hope it ain't Waking the Dragon. Nah. Man. It don't even matter, bro. Ain't no monster I can make. Ain't no monster I can make that can do anything. And I can't go into any other Link monsters. I don't have any other Link monsters. Wait, no. I could go on the board. Wait, no, I banished them all. Dang, I forgot. I did banish my, I was gonna say I could go into them with IP, but I banished them. Dang it, man. If I had banished IP, I could have. Nothing I can really do. He'll always get on the Time Lord back, so it don't even matter. As long as he keeps drawing 2 cards every time, thanks to his Morganite. Ah, yeah. Okay, so he's gonna. They don't need to shuffle none of my cards, and he's making that. He's making that. Is it that worm, that level that exceeds worm? I think. Oh no, he won. Yeah, I lost. I mean, there's nothing I could do. Like I said, if I didn't banish IP, if I just got triple tuck Stractix, but I forgot that the Time Lords, they work during your standby and not your main. So I could never use it. I'm never getting down to platinum tier 3. It's like every single time I duel somebody, it's like unless I just use the most sweatiest, most just debauchery deck known to man. It's always an uphill battle. I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's just the nature of the beast. I mean, I've already grown accustomed to it. I just don't care anymore. I mean, that's just how it always is going to be this way. Where somebody just wombo combos, or you're just stuck in a rut, or you just wombo combo your opponent to death, or it happens to you, or you just don't draw what you need, and you're in an uphill battle. That's just how the game is. Either you're stomping on somebody or somebody's stomping on you. It is very rarely where you'll have a game where you're just both going at, you're like both each other's like near equal. Like I said, I've only had like a few duels where I've actually like me and my opponent were like neck and neck. I mean, like each turn somebody had control of the board, and the next turn somebody else had control of the board. It was like chess. Like very rarely when you get games like when you do get games like that, it feels amazing. Like it feels like that's how the game should be played. There's healthy interaction between both parties. You don't seem overwhelmed. There's interaction, but not too much. Like you might have one turn. There might be like 1 or 2 turns of interaction. You know, like I mean, not 1 or 2 effects turn of interaction. Like maybe 2 or 3. Like I said, the best duel I ever had, like to this day, which I can't even show because it got deleted, was when I fought this Rocket player and I had Branded. And buddy, we were like, if you watched that duel, you would not have known who would have won that game. I beat him. The only reason why I beat him was because I had Masquerade in the graveyard. I think he had like that level, that rank 4 exceeds Borocold monster and something else. And he got me down like a couple hundred life points. But I had Masquerade, the Blazing Dragon in the graveyard. I got out Masquerade, and then I had DPE. So I was like, if I could just survive until DPE comes out next turn, I can pop his monster, survive the battle with Masquerade and deal damage to his life points, which eventually I did win. And the duel wasn't even that long. I think it was like 4 or 5 turns. But even though it was like 4 or 5 turns, we had such healthy interaction. Like it didn't feel like, I don't know how he felt, but I did tell him the game was good, and it was. And he was like, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if he felt the same way, but to me, from the outside looking in, because I barely won. Like, I'm not going to say, yeah, man, was it like, no. I felt like Rocky after Rocky 2 when he got his rematch with Apollo Creed. Like, yeah, I won, but it won't easy. I'm by the skin of my teeth, which I don't mind walking in and out of duels like that. I'd rather walk out of a duel where it's like, dang, I barely won, but dang, my opponent would have barely beat me. I just don't like duels where it just seems like there's very little effort on either player's party. Like, I don't like duels where I just feel like I beat somebody and it's like, I didn't do much to beat them. I overwhelmed them and they couldn't do anything about it. Or I get overwhelmed and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, it's just annoying, it's frustrating, and it's not a good time for either party. That's just how it is. But I mean, it is what it is. But I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are all right and having a good day today. man. Okay, I tried, y'all. Should we go back to Blue Eyes or should we I mean, I just want to play. I just want to have a good time and I just want to play something for y'all cuz I'm like, hey, I don't know. Sad little girls. Oh, the sad girls. Should I go back to my sad girls? Oh, my girls. You know what? You could use like a level 2, go into like Preg Spreader or something, go into Cupid, increase her by like what's her name? Get out. You know what? I'm gonna go back to my girls, but I'm gonna do something different though. Paleozoics? I ain't gonna lie, the Paleozoics are good. Anomalocaris. Earth's first super predator. Woo, it's a big boy. 2400 beat stick. 3 or more level 2 monsters. Woo. Paleozoic Chrome. Cranbreast. I like how they had a whole link to monster. Still need 2 Paleozoic monsters, which I mean they're traps, but Paleozoics. I remember when they first came out. They were odd and they didn't see much play even back then. I mean, they're not like bad trap monsters, but they're just hmm, I'm gonna run them just cause. Just cause. This ain't once per turn either, so you can use this multiple times. That would be so annoying. fear of the terrible twos. That's how I'm a You know how kids call like their kids like the terrible twos? I'm like, don't say that about your kids. I'll stop being mean. Like, yeah, it is, man. The terrible twos. They ain't terrible. It's your fault. You ain't doing it right. I'm just kidding. Alright, got it. Should I add this in just for cats to get scared of Fiendsmith? I think so. Just for cats to get scared of Fiendsmith. Plus, my homie put on all the stops. I said, dang. So, okay, you got it. So, okay, you got it. I ain't nothing I can do. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I ain't gonna stop you. That man, wow, bro. I'm like, bro, don't you care about your significant other? You just said bumper. Why should I care? I said, dang, I talk about callous and cruel. Jeez Louise. With a partner like you, who needs enemies? Shoot. You might want to sleep with one eye open tonight, my boy. I'm for real. Shoot. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, ain't no how. don't know. I don't know, y'all. Um, see, I wish people were chatting. I'd like to get a second opinion. I don't mind an opinion as long as it's like an opinion that I can, I can utilize to my advantage and be like, okay, yeah, like that's a good idea. I never thought about that. Thank you. Like you were the last missing piece to the puzzle that I've been working on for quite some time. Okay, B-17 bomber. Very sneaky, sis. I sunk your battleship. You gave me the answer that I needed to accomplish the task that I was so anxiously trying to complete. Tangent, which is what I'm on right now. Okay, 40 babe. Oh, he's using the Valmonica cards. Okay, the demon lolly girl kind of monsters. Okay, yeah. She did get some more support, I remember. I am gonna be ending the stream later on, so well, not even later on, probably after this game. I'm gonna take a break, spend some time with my family, and I think I'll probably stream later on again today. It'll probably be Pokemon Fire Red if I do, but I want to say I thank you guys and I appreciate you stopping by, enjoying the stream. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. Again, bless you guys. Thank you, and I hope everything's going well with you. Yep, there she go. Valmarca Celte. I'm guessing he's going to his Link Monster now. Yeah. No, Exceeds? Mm. That's quite a steep cost. I mean, hey, if it gets you what you need, hey, it's quite. Hey, I mean, it's just one turn. Not drawn for one turn. Invoker. I know where this is going. He's gonna make the light spellcaster invoker. I know where this is going. You know, that's not a bad idea actually. Oh wait, no. Hold up. What? Yep. Yep, there it is. Yep. They go to light spellcaster. Yep, what I tell you guys. Told you. Yep, Macabre. I remember invokers from back in the day. Man, that takes me back. Invoke? Dang, I ain't seen Invoke in a minute. Shoot. Invocation. That's still good, too. It's still good to this day. That's how crazy that is. He had triple threat strikes. Yeah, I bet you did. What should I go for? Get 2 cards, buddy. You don't mind. I probably should have took his dragon. I thought about doing that, which is probably what I should have done. He'll protect it, but I want him to use some of those counters. Mm. I could go into a 6. No, because I can target his what's the name, put it back in the hand, and I can use purge. So yeah. You'll negate lightning storm, unfortunately, but it's all good. Which is weird. He still used what's the name anyway. That is weird. But okay. Wow. Never mind. I should have took his dragon then. Nothing I can do. That's the only good thing is draw phase gets skipped, thank God, but the damage he can do still isn't gonna change anything. Nah, not yet. Yeah. Oh my god, at every waking corner, man. Every waking corner. Ah, boy. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot. Okay, yeah, you got it. I'm good. You gone. You made that painstakingly obvious. No amount of rogues is gonna win me, man. I'm gonna have to start just playing tiers. I'm just. It's just the only way, man. I tried to have fun, y'all. I tried. I really, really did. So you can't say, "Oh, you don't want to have," like that guy mentioned me. You don't want to have. How can I? How was that fun? Just getting negated all day long. You can't play Wombo. I just try to do one little measly thing. It's just negation, negate. I'm just like, okay. That's why I'm just like, I don't want to hear nobody else say, "Oh, you guys don't care about fun." You, whoa, whoa, oh. I'm like, nah, y'all don't care about fun either. So it's like, what do you want me to do? I mean, I just tried, man. I can't blame a man for trying. I did what I could with what I had. I'm just going back to Kashtira. I mean, I hate to, but it's like, what else can I do? I tried. Look how things turned out. I hate to have to use Kashtira. I do honestly feel like Kashtira is such a cop out, but it's like, it's like what you want me to do. Just use the Ghost Girls for level 10. What's the name? Ghost Girls. I don't even have Bell Haunted Mansion. You can't craft that anyway. That's the special one. It sucks. I wish I had one. I don't even have Ghost Ogre. She's the one that started this whole shindig. Her, she started. She was like, she wasn't the first hand trap, but she started the whole staple, and she's still used to this day too. That's why they're all called ghosts. Think about it. Think about Ghost Ogre Snowbreak, Ghost Mortar and Chill, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, Ghost Sisterwood and Spooky Dogwood. I mean, they all start. They all come from Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit, bro. Like, yeah, that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. I'm sure there's some level 3 Black Wings that I could use. Where's some level 3 Black Wings at? And in fact, where, yo, Gale the Whirlwind. Good pimp. Come here. In fact, nah, I ain't gonna. The Ghost Girl should be enough. I don't need, what's the name? That'll be fine. Okay, let's see. What else for cash? Well, Mysteriosis. birth. It's not the link monster I'm looking for. Hold on a second. No, no. Oh, yeah, he's definitely going in there. He's definitely good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just cut the grass. You'll never let me cut the grass. I asked. Man, can I ever cut the grass? I don't never get to cut the grass. You just cut the grass all the time. No, I just don't. But I guess you want to have something to do. I mean, I don't mind. What's your day off? So I mean, hey, I appreciate the consideration. Thank you. I mean, I still wouldn't mind cutting the grass. I mean, but I mean, it is what it is. Okay. Am I missing a monster? Yeah, I am. Let me get Zeus the goose. Zeus. You know, Sword of Seven synergy to, you know, get out your level 7s. That's from back in the I remember that back from the Dragon Ruler days. That was a quick, easy way to get out your Dragon Rulers, you know. Got some dangers. Level 7 synergy. Was it Cap G? Or it was somebody. I don't know what deck they were running. Oh, nah, it wasn't Cash Tyrant. I think it was Eldritch. Was it Eldritch? I think it was Cat. It was some YouTuber. It had to be Mega Capital G, because you know the cats don't never got nothing nice to say about Mega Capital G, which I don't know why. I need to put some respect on my boy's name. I don't know why cats always gotta have beef with Mega Capital G. I rock with Mega Capital G. He even lives in the same state as I do. Like, nah, bro. Y'all ain't about to keep dunking on Caps. I got you, homie. One of the best YouTubers of all time. One of the oldest ones, too. He was one of the first YouTubers I was looking at. Like, way, way back. This is like 2013, 2014. Takes me back, boy. Oof. Trying to think. What else do I need? Trying to think. Oh, Rescue Cat. Ah, Rescue Cat. Coming to the rescue, Ariscate. Yo. Only real ones remember Rescue Cat, yo. Back during the Gladiator Beast. I remember when Gladiator Beasts were top tier. They were a tier 1 debt back in the day. Because I remember guys were complaining about it, like back in high school and stuff. Man, Gladiator Beasts, man, I can't stand Gladiator Beasts, bro. Like, nah, no, bro. No, bro. Don't be mad about Gladiator Beasts. Don't be hating on Gladiator Beasts, homie. Nah. Better put some respect on Gladiator Beast's name. And Gladiator Beast come through you. Hey, that back better be straight. Them shoulders better be rolled back. That head better be tilted a little bit forward. That back posture better be immaculate. Better put some respect on that name. What the what? You funny. Oh, you very funny. I mean, Cash is such an easy out busted deck anyway. I mean, pretty much neg the field, get rid of cards that you have, banish other cards that you have. It's such an easy cop out. There's such a degenerate way to play this game, and I tried not to ingratiate myself with it, but sometimes you just gotta be like that. Like, you know, it's kind of like how I better not lose then. I want to have my rank. It's sort of like how people will say, oh, well, you know, sometimes to beat the bad guys, you got to be a bad guy yourself, kind of. Or like, you know, beat evil with evil, you know, fight demons with demons. Dang. See what I'm saying? Look at my opening. Best one I've had all day. And I have to play Cash to get it. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Wow. Homie just went ahead and just, wow. Wow. You can't make this. I'm glad I got, you know what, I don't even know, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't. It is what we didn't lose rank, Ray. But I don't know. Well, that's it for right now, guys. I'll be back later on. I'm gonna spend some time with my fam. I'm gonna catch you guys back later on. Enjoy your day. If you don't come back, if you do come back, I'll stream again later on. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.